Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Days and welcome to today's unseen video. We got so much to go through. It's been such a busy day, so let's get straight into it. You might remember yesterday, thanks to, I think it was Nails and NY, tagged me in this picture, and it was Naomi that painted this, and it's an amazing piece. And we were talking about it yesterday. Well, The Rock saw it, right? I can't say that he saw unseen, but he definitely did. He's definitely an avid viewer, and this is where he first saw the painting, right? We definitely need to spread that around. So The Rock watches Unseen confirmed. He said, love this. What an artistic convergence of emotions. And you might remember yesterday that I said that, but just a bit shorter. I said it was good, right? So it's the same sort of thing, really, right? More confirmation that he watches Unseen. I'd like to buy this from you. My team will be in touch. I know a special mom, and you know a load of women just exploded when that line came out, right? Hoping it was them. But he says, I know a special mom who I'm going to gift this to, and it was Mama Rhodes. Mama Rhodes from The Final Boss, right? But then this took a turn because MJF got in touch and said, first, this was to The Rock, right? First, you steal my glorious idea to lash Cody. Now you try to cop art from my ex. That is MJF's ex. I'm a fan, but please leave me be, Dewey. So there we go, 3.5 million views, and a lot of people got excited thinking this was the start of MJF and The Rock taking shots at each other. Could MJF come to Cody's aid and all this kind of stuff? Well, Fightful Select came out real quick and said, for those asking, right, there's no plans or currently no plans to have MJF at WrestleMania, right? And at the moment, he is still with AEW. So for anyone interested, that's the lay of the land right now. So, and I believe him as well. I believe him. I think MJF is with AEW. But, I mean, come on. If the Rock buys some art from your ex, it's probably going to be quite difficult for you to not comment on it, right? So, yeah, that's that situation. And here was Lexis King. He said, it's crazy how once upon a time, I hooked you and Naomi up over Snapchat backstage at an MLW taping. And now Dwayne The Rock Johnson purchases art from her. I really do make such amazing moments happen in this industry. You're welcome, everyone. Long live Lexis King. So there we go, Lexis King getting in on the conversation as well. So what a wild journey that was, right? Nia Jax is seemingly not happy. I can't say she's not happy, seemingly not happy. She was asking what's people doing this weekend, right? I don't know if it was her just being a bit cheeky, like it's WrestleMania, or if she's a bit down because she doesn't have a match. She's not on the card. It's a 2-day WrestleMania and she's not on the card. She went from main event in Elimination Chamber to then not being on the card at all at WrestleMania. So you could understand her being a bit down. This person said they're going to kick you out the family. I don't really know why they said that. I can only imagine it's because she's maybe not excited or doesn't really come across as excited for her family main event in both nights of WrestleMania. But I love her response. She said it wouldn't be the first time. So I don't know what that is, right? I don't know what that means. I'd love some more information on that. It wouldn't be the first time. Right, here is The Rock and Roman as they went to The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. Roman in all black, Rock in all white. And I only included this because it is interesting. It could be they just wanted to, like, you know, contrast each other and just like they would both kind of stand out that way. Or it could be that The Rock thought, well, if I wear all white, people might look at it and think that's quite a baby face thing to do, quite an angelic thing to do. And it might just, you know, continue the rumors of, is The Rock going to turn on Roman at WrestleMania, you know? So I don't think there's anything more to it than that, but it's one of those things that caught my eye and I was like, it's worth mentioning, noting it down, and then, you know, we'll see how it plays out. This is a nice backstage moment. This is Paul Heyman and Jimmy Fallon.
How are you? Congratulations. Thank you, Well. Thank you. It's a big deal. Thank you. Well, I get my client on the Tonight Show. They put me in the Hall of Fame.
Are you excited?
Yes, sir. I'll be
legendary. You're in the Hall of Fame.
Well, thank you. There's no accounting for fate. They lowered their standards.
No. You are the best. I'm so happy you're here.
Thank you very much.
So there we go. He congratulates Paul. I do love Paul going, well, thank you. Yeah, they have lowered their standards. Talking about the Hall of Fame. So, no, it's brilliant. Really, really, really cool. Right, and look at this. This is Roman and The Rock arriving. The Rock coming out and allowing Roman, go on, off the stage, go on. So they went over to the stage. They were all smiles. You didn't quite know if you was going to get the characters or if you were going to get the people. I would say we got more of the people than the characters, but there was little glimpses. This was not long, though. People waited up for this, and you got all of 7 minutes, if that. It was one segment. And it really was not long. But it still had some nice moments in it. They spoke about how Raw broke the records for being the highest grossing Raw in history on Monday, right? So they spoke about that achievement. Roman spoke about how he thought that Hogan was one of his uncles, right? So if we actually play... There, look at that image. Look at that. There is Roman's dad. There is Hogan. And there is a young Roman Reigns. And you can see even there, look, he's trying to push Hogan away. Even there is like, Dad, are you sure? Are you sure? Is this right? And he's trying to push him away. So, yeah, very fun. And here, look, The Rock says Jimmy Fallon, or tells Jimmy Fallon, that his father's favorite career moment was WrestleMania 13 when they shared the ring together. So there's an image. And in the background, it says Vince McMahon is... You can finish that off in the comments. Vince McMahon is... I'll leave that to you. Right, and here, look, Rock and Roman on the Jimmy Fallon show. So this is what it was like. They appeared, they sat down, said a few words, very quickly made their exit. So that was very much what it was like. Rock and Roman have got some thoughts on Cody finishing his story. It's the kind of thing that you would imagine. They call Seth a clown emoji. They talk about how Cody is like, I think he gets compared to Luke Skywalker, and I think that Seth gets compared to the Joker. And they say that, like, Seth's trying to finish his story, but they're just going to close the book on that this weekend. There's only room at the top for, you know, one, and, you know, now you've got the tribal chief and you've got the final boss. There didn't really feel like there was really many talking points that came out of this, to be honest. It felt very relaxed. It felt very comfortable. I think it was just a way of letting people know WrestleMania is this weekend, and these are some of the matches, and this is the champion, and The Rock's going to be there, and, you know, they didn't get much time to play with, though, did they? So it was what it was. It was still worth a watch, you know. I don't think the full video has gone on the channel yet, on the Tonight Show channel. When it does, give it a watch. It's worth that. Right, and they advertised that The Rock is going to be at WWE World on Thursday doing meet and greets, right? Apparently the tickets for this sold out in 10 minutes. Boom, done, gone. That was it, right? I look forward to it Thursday, 4 p.m. So if you did have dreams of going to that, you know, unless you was quick out the gate, those dreams have been scuppered. Right, let's work through this. So Giulia, she was spotted apparently on her way to the US. When asked, she said that she was going to the Himalayas to stay there and she was going to shave off one eyebrow. I have no idea why she responded with that, but that was her response. But it feels like she's on her way to the US. I would imagine there's a chance that she shows up at Stand and Deliver. I could see, say, Roxanne beating Lyra, maybe beating up Lyra, and then some music hits and out steps Giulia. I mean, oh my God. And there's even a thought that Rossi, the guy that created Stardom, he doesn't work for them now. He's going to start his own promotion. There's even a thought that at some point there could be an announcement that that promotion is going to be working with WWE, right? And that they're going to have a working relationship. And that would be incredible, because then we could send women over to Japan to really learn a whole different style, really help their development. And we could bring some of the best talent from his promotion over to NXT, maybe even the main roster if there's someone that really catches fire. Yeah, very interesting time. Very interesting time. You need to be aware of Giulia if you are not already, right? And I know many of you are. Right, Erase Your Mind said, one of the most up-to-date photos of the WrestleMania XL stage. Thank you. So this is Ankit. You can see it's quite wet. Harry tells me that right now the weather situation has changed and it looks like there's going to be a bit of rain on the Saturday. Going to keep an eye on that, so we'll see. But at the moment, yeah, it's looking pretty wet in Philadelphia, unfortunately. It is looking pretty wet. There we go. Look, Nia said, so anything going on this weekend? Question mark. Nando said, not really. How about you? Which I really liked. Zoe Stark said, just had my first and last Philly cheesesteak. Awful. You might remember she said pineapple should be on pizza, and she said that ketchup should be on hot dogs, and now she's saying that Philly cheesesteaks are awful. It's a wild new gimmick that she's adopted, isn't it? This kind of going after like crazy food opinions. I think ketchup does belong on hot dogs, to be honest, right? And I've never tried a Philly cheesesteak, so I really can't say. But I am enjoying this from Zoe. Right, here's Cal just letting us know that this sold out in 10 minutes. Thank you, Cal. Harry Van Vliet said, from a friend at a WrestleMania meet and greet, look how ripped. Look how an amazing physique Braun Strowman is. He is looking absolutely awesome, isn't he? He's looking in great shape. So, love that. Right, some graphics. Look at this, moving graphics. There's Rhea Ripley. There is Becky Lynch. These are the moving graphics. People love these. These are so retro. And we don't get them that often, only on special occasions. So the moving only seen it for Rhea and Becky so far, but people do love those. It seems like a nothing kind of a thing, but that's how graphics used to be, like years and years and years ago. People are quite nostalgic for that kind of way of presenting the match graphics. So very cool. This was great as well. Hayden, shout out to you. Hayden tagged me in this. It's basically a guy who says that he's been going to WrestleMania for the past 15 years with his son, and he just talks about the memories. He talks about the places they stayed. It's fantastic. It's brilliant. He says that he works a lot, doesn't get to see his family as much as he would like, but they've got these memories. It's so worth a read, right? Real Tracy Myers. And Triple H said then, now, forever, together. I think it would be great if they reached out and paid for this one, right? I know that they need to make money, but for this dudes, sharing this story, I mean, come on, buy 15, get one free. You've got to have a deal like that, surely, right? He's been to 15 with his son. Buy 15, get one free. I think that's more than fair. So Triple H needs to sort this man out and his son. It's a beautiful, beautiful read. It really is. Cal, again, thank you. Look, ring the bell. Went down the WWE World lineup because all of the day's meet and greets and autograph sessions have now been announced, right? And pretty much everyone's there like we thought they would be, like they used to be for access. But one name that was mentioned that came out the blue was Jazz. Haven't seen Jazz in absolutely ages. And she is on the list of people that's going to be there. So that really caught people. Look at this. Mind blown. Mind blown. So, yeah, Jazz at WWE World. Right, should we look at the ticket sales? So, WrestleMania Night 2, right, set up for 62,372. They've sold 61,663. So, it's going to be a sellout, right? Then we've got SmackDown and Hall of Fame set up for 17,400. They've sold 16,400. 1,000 tickets left. I'd imagine that'll be a sellout as well. And then night 1, 62,251 is the setup, 62,251. Tickets distributed, 60,800. About 1,400 tickets left to go. They'll get rid of those as well with walk-ups and whatever. So, and we've still got a few days. So, yeah, it looks like they'll all sell out. But what I don't get, right, is night 1 is set up, same stadium, is set up for 62,251 people. Night 2 is set up for 62,372 people. We've squeezed in an extra 121 people for night 2. Where? What, on the stage? Like, what are we? Where have we got them? Why are they not there on night 1? These extra 121 people. So I was quite surprised to see that the setup for night 1 is not exactly the same as the setup for night 2. Quirky. Hey, this is fun. Triple H at WWE World.
This is amazing, man. Look at tomorrow night. We're at the World right now. Tomorrow night, there's going to be packed with thousands of fans in here watching the WWE 2K24 Showdown, the Gaming Championships. Tomorrow night's going to be off the hook. Around 4 o'clock or so. Time to play the game. See what I did there?
I saw what he did there, because you might not know that's his nickname, is the game, and 2K24 is the name of the game, so it kind of works. So it's a very clever joke. I just forgot to laugh. But Triple H, I mean, you do get to see like one of the spaces and just how big it is. We do have the floor plan, which I'm really excited to kind of show you so that we can see exactly what is at WWE Worlds. Gunther said, as if some push-ups at the Performance Center with Gable would change anything for Sami. So Gunther putting a bit more fuel on the fire. Here's the layout. Thank you, WrestleBuzz. This is, I mean, if anyone knows me, this is my Christmas, right? So here in the A section, that's Superstar Row. So I'm guessing that's just meet and greets, right? Then we've got the autograph stage, which is here, right? So I'm guessing that's for like big names, I presume. So it feels like this bit is autographs. Then you got Pat here by the toilets. And then you've got here superstar sets, right? So you've got Bray Wyatt Experience. Now, I don't know if that's not going to be the log kind of cabin or if it's going to be a Firefly Funhouse. I'm not sure what that's going to be. I can't wait to find out. But it feels to me like a photo opportunity. So there's some sort of Bray Wyatt Experience essential. We need to know what that is. Then you've got the Bloodline, which I'm guessing is like a ring setup with standees and maybe all acknowledging and you stand next to them. That would be my guess. Unless these are like boots, ring gear, you know, the belt that The Rock used the other day, like, do you know what I mean? Like the Uzi shirt that was ripped, but I don't think it's that. I think these are more photo opportunities, right? And then something to do with ECW. So I'm guessing Hammerstein Ballroom, weapons, maybe some more standees, or I don't know. I feel like each one is going to be like a scene that maybe you can stand in and get your picture taken with. I don't know. This of all the stuff we've seen so far, that is the most exciting to me. I really want more detail on that. Then E is superstar entrance. That's where you can recreate your own entrance. You can be a superstar. Then we got the main stage, which is F. Then we've got an Attitude Era display, which is here. And then we've got all of this stuff, which is more kind of displays. Like that is The Rock's stock car. So that's come out of the warehouse. These are event posters, I'm guessing, for the previous 40 WrestleManias. Then we've got superstar sets. So we've got a I think there's Triple H's throne. We've got the Judgment Day's lair, right? So the Judgment Day's kind of clubhouse. We've got Hall of Fame, right? And the other one, I can't remember what the other one was. The other one is In Your House. In Your House. The old premium live event pay-per-view thing from like the 90s. So again, that up here, this D area, that is interesting, right? And this J area, that is interesting. And this Attitude Era stuff, that is interesting. So much stuff that I really want to see images of. WWE World has totally got my attention. Then K is a ring. So that's a ring, this bit over here, right? So K is a ring. Then we've got L, which is a Title 360 photo op and gallery. Don't know what that means. M, which is quite small, is War Games cages. I don't know. I don't know what that means. It can't be the actual War Games cages. I mean, they're going to be huge. So are these photos of War Games from the past or something? I don't know. Again, need to see it. Eddie Guerrero's 1963 Chevy Impala, right? That is over here. Then we've got C4, which I think is the energy drink people. They're there Thursday and Friday only, so they've got a stand. We've got Fanatic Sportsbook. They're there. UFC are represented. They're there. 2K are there in R. Then we've got a second stage, which is here. And then T is a VIP stage. Then we've got, I don't know what a tattoo pavilion is. I don't know if that's where you get tattoos or see pictures of wrestlers' tattoos, or don't know, but that's that. Then we've got WWE Impact Autograph stage. A lot of stages. Funko Autograph stage. Kids Zone over here. Right? And then this massive thing is the Superstore. That is the Superstore entrance. So apparently you go up here to get into WWE Worlds, and you go up here to get into the Superstore. So boom, boom, gets you into WWE Worlds. That boom gets you into the Superstore. I don't know if you can get from the Superstore into Worlds. I don't know if you can do that or if you have to go that way. But either way, absolutely fascinating. I cannot wait for tomorrow to see around WWE World. Cannot wait. And there's a glimpse of the entrance. So if you were heading into WWE World, that is what the entranceway looks like. So John Canton said WWE World opens tomorrow. They won't let us in yet, but here's a shot from the distance. Love it. Right, and here, look, Post Malone at WWE Worlds. So Bella's Reigns has spotted that 2K will have a presence with a celebrity and a superstar tournament. So celebrity and superstar tournament. So could that mean that there's going to be some celebrities? Could that be Post Malone? I'm not sure, because that's a big name. I know that he was involved with the soundtrack in the game. So it may be. Maybe, but that would be pretty big, wouldn't it? So yeah, that was all of that. Right, obviously we did a separate video for the Ronda situation. If you want to kind of know about that, I'd say go to that video, because I read basically exactly what she said. And I don't want to kind of get anything wrong. I don't want to say she said something when she didn't quite say it that way, right? So that video's out there. Well, Drew Gulak did respond, right? He did respond. And he kept it short and sweet. This got 3.7 million views. Again, this was a big talking point today. Don't know where this goes or what happens next, but here's what Drew Gulak said. He said, backstage at a WWE event in 2022, I saw Ronda talking with a group in the hallway. I stopped to say hi and shake all their hands. And in an attempt to shake her hand, I accidentally touched her drawstring. So it's basically the string off her pants, if you will, her sweatpants string, right? It was a complete accident, right? And one that I had apologized to her for the mishap, right? Short, sweet. So you can hear her side of it in the other video, and that is his side of it. And as I said, I don't know what happens next, to be honest. I know a lot of people have got very different opinions as to what should happen next, but that's what Drew Gulak had to say. Right, then we got this. This is 2K. So it's Bryn again. Shout out to you. He said, I know you're not big on the gaming sides, but here's a model of Bray's final project that someone has created. Let his legacy live on. It looks awesome, doesn't it? Look at that. Look at this Fiend's creation. So it says Fiend Immortal. What's the status? So I think it's what's the status. These guys that have created it. So search tag Fiend Immortal or what's the status. It looks awesome. Looks so good. So you can do that now if you are someone that's got the game and interested in that. Right, it's Bryn again. Thank you. Dijak said free $1 billion whenever you're ready. WWE shop. There is the ratio shirt that he wore on NXT. So that's the shirt that he was wearing on NXT. Fightful, I don't understand this, has learned clearer stipulation is expected to be added to Carmelo Hayes versus Trick Williams. I'm not sure what that means. If a stipulation is going to be added, that means last man standing, cage match, you know, falls count anywhere. Could be anything, right? But what's a clearer stipulation? That kind of implies that at the moment we've got a complicated one and we need to make it clearer. But at the moment, this match doesn't have any stipulation. There's no stipulation. It's just a normal match. So I don't quite understand this. And I clicked on it and it just told me this exact same sentence. So I need to look into this more, or hopefully we'll get some more details. Seems like something's happening with this match. Fightful Selectors learned clearer stipulation is expected to be added to Carmella Hayes Trick Williams. Don't know what it means, but it means something is happening. And I think when you leave this video, that's really all you need to know, isn't it? You don't need to know what's happening. You just need to know that something's happening. So, we'll keep an eye on that. Right, NXT Stand and Deliver. Current setup is 13,694, and so far they've distributed 13,025. So still 669 tickets to go, but wow, that will sell out NXT in front of 13,000+ people. Can you imagine how loud that trick chant is going to be? Amazing. Just Dave now said, what a crowd for NXT. Right, Candice Shaky Voice said 9 years ago today, Sasha Banks and Charlotte had an NXT house show, which changed a lot of officials' minds about the women's division, including Vince. It wasn't broadcast and it got 4-star Meltzer rating. So I'd not heard about this match. I was watching NXT at this time. I'd not heard about this match. To me, a lot of big women's matches had already happened by this point. So it was very surprising to read this, that a lot of officials' minds about the women's division were like opened after seeing this match, because a lot of big women's matches had already happened in NXT. Their minds should already have been opened. But I believe it was Dave Meltzer that I'm guessing was there. He scored it 4 stars, and he must have heard or found out that people were really impressed and changed perspective of the women and what they could do. And yeah, I just thought you'd find this interesting, because I had not even heard about this match, let alone the fact that it might have had quite a contribution to the women's revolution, right? And Nando looked into it. He said, I can't find the direct article, which I'm guessing would be in the Observer. I think this is like March, I read, March of 2015. But I found it on Reddit from 7 years ago, and they did use Meltzer as the source. So there's an image of that match, and it says, like, this changed Vince's view on women's division, according to Meltzer. So If you want to know more about that, I'm guessing it'll be in the Observer from 2015, March of 2015. So, yeah, cool. Love learning. Right, here's Fightful. Corey of Fightful said the brawl at the end of last night's NXT was one that caused some stress for Shawn, with Michaels producing the segment and instructing everyone to take it easy. He didn't want anyone getting hurt, which you can understand because it is now so close to the weekend Stand and Deliver. Right, new pop vinyls. We've got Eddie, we got Drew, we've got this, Hogan, the third man, the Outsiders, and Hogan. That's a great pack. So, new Funko Pops. My Damn Toys has got this poster, which is being given out at the moment, and has spotted that the Seth Rollins at the front, right? This Seth here, and this Gunther have not been shown. So, we are expecting these to be shown maybe this weekend. We know that Mattel are showing figures. They actually weren't on that floor plan, not that I saw, but they're going to be showing figures. They've got big figure reveals, which is pretty exciting. They always do. And so it looks like, look at this Seth, man. Look at this Seth figure. Looks amazing. The Gunther doesn't look as great. You can't really do much with Gunther. But this Seth, oof, looks awesome. Here's Mattel. Look, figure reveals. Andre Chase with eyes emoji. Figures reveals starting tomorrow. It's almost WrestleMania 40 weekend. We kick off the celebration tomorrow with some Mattel figure reveals. So Thursday all the way through to Sunday, figure reveals. And there tends to be quite a few as well. So very excited for those. Right, Wrestling Pandemonium, thank you. Becky Lynch, World Champion, WrestleMania main eventer, Mother, and now a new title that I'm very proud of, New York Times best-selling author. Her book has done very, very well. Right, Pro Wrestling Tees have got this. Look at the size of the Owen Hart doll, the Owen Hart Brawling Buddies. Right, this thing is supporting the Owen Hart Foundation, and I used to have these when I was a kid. Had the Hogan one, the Warrior one. I need to try and get them back, to be honest. They really do remind me of my childhood. So yeah, I love those Brawling Buddies. Who didn't? And this is an Owen Hart one. We have looked at it before, but now we can see the actual size of it, and it's big, man. It's big. Looks really cool. That's Pro Wrestling Tees. 90s WWE said the 100 and WWE WrestleMania collab has dropped. Right, so I don't know who the 100 are, but these look great designs. Love this original WrestleMania one. Look, Hogan, Mr. T with the WrestleMania logo. We got this year's main event there. Look at that Rock shirt. Looks awesome. Come in like different colors by the looks of it. So yeah, you can check that out now on thehundreds.com. Cal said Scarlett has now got her own entrance. So if we go down here, can't play the music because I'm guessing the music's going to be copyrighted. But this is interesting because I remember the first time I ever heard Liv Morgan's entrance music for her as a solo competitor was thanks to an old 2K video game, and I'd never heard her music before, and it was correct. That was the music. So this very much could be her entrance and her entrance music if she goes off and starts to be a competitor in the women's division. We haven't really seen her competing in ring. She can compete. We haven't seen it. We might be heading that way. But this might be like a bit of an actual glimpse as to what her actual entrance could actually look like. So here she is, black and white in the ring. It still feels quite Scarlett, doesn't it? She's still mouthing along, you know. It still feels very Fall and Prey in its presentation. So there we go. That's Scarlett. And James said WWE Legends Ultimate Edition Undertaker. So you can see it comes with 3 heads, swappable heads, hat, jacket, swappable hands. It's got the World Heavyweight Championship. There's a glimpse. I'm sure this will be shown off at WWE World as part of the figure reveals. But a new Undertaker figure on the way. Looks very, very cool. So that was merch. Let's go into Vince. Not much in here. You might remember that Janel Grant's lawyer was on a podcast. Brandon Thurston, Pollux, their podcast. And she has come out and not really said a great deal. She said that Janel was ready to talk to WWE's investigation if they wanted to talk to her, but they never reached out to her, right? And she also said that she felt that the publishing of that love letter was to intimidate and to victim shame. She said that if you look at other sex trafficking cases, things like R. Kelly, things like Epstein, you'll see that they also got their victims, right? Their victims, alleged victims, to write love letters. And she said this is just part of the process. So I don't know. It's all obviously dark and shady, and they're still working through it. There wasn't loads that came out the interview. It was a very quick interview, right? We know that this is an ongoing case, and it feels like there's still a hell of a long way to go. But there wasn't really like more explosive details or anything like that. It was quite short. This was the biggest thing that came out of it. This is the big thing I saw people talking about. So that was it really for that. I definitely was prepared for it to be a lot more kind of explosive than what we ended up getting, you know. But good, because I'm quite happy to not drown in all the negative side of wrestling. I'm much more here for the positive side. Right, C4 Energy is named the first ever official energy drink partner, which is interesting because what's Prime? Apart from a disgrace. James said, maybe the Prime stuff was a rib after all. Well, I got excited and then I saw this. Right, so Hunter, thank you. A Prime truck has been spotted in Philadelphia ahead of WrestleMania. Is Logan Paul making his WrestleMania entrance on this? So a Prime truck on its way to seemingly WrestleMania. It's in Philadelphia. I mean, look, he might make his entrance in it. Equally, it might be parked outside and people dressed as Prime bottles handing out free samples. I could definitely see something like that, right? So we'll have to wait and see. But that is a very interesting image. Here's Bayley.
Someday.
Right, I'll tell you what, we'll go to the end. Look at that mask. Look at that.
Iyo, I want you to listen to me, and you listen real close. When you walk into WrestleMania as the WWE Women's Champion, that is going to be the last time that things are ever that good for you. Because we'll finally be face to face, eye to eye in that ring, and you're going to be looking at a Bayley that you've never met before. And there's one thing that I want more than taking your title away from you, and that is ending you. And at WrestleMania, I'm going to show you how out of control I can get.
That is so good, and I love that mask. She needs this for WrestleMania, man. That mask, this is like a rage room where you just trash stuff, can get the anger out, you know. She's been putting out like a 3-part video series, just kind of detailing how we've got to where we've got, and it's great. It's been an excellent watch, but I love this mask. I so need her to come out wearing this. I love it. So there we go. That was Bayley. Here's Paul Heyman. He said Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, who is probably the most underrated, underappreciated worker I've ever seen, and I'll reserve number 3 because there's a crop of new talent that are coming into their own. So top 3 wrestlers of all time: Roman, Brock, and he said that he'll reserve number 3. I'm surprised he didn't say Roman. And I'm surprised he didn't mention Cena because he always puts Cena over. But you can understand he's always working. So you can understand that he's decided, I'll say number 3 is someone that's coming through so that people know that now is a time that you should be watching. So, yeah, very good. Right, Josh Barnett was on the MMA Hour. He was just talking about how blessed he felt that WWE had allowed Shayna to come and be on his show. He said that he's got a good relationship with them because a lot of his students have actually gone to WWE, and he spoke about Timothy Thatcher, for example. Shayna as well, and he said like he feels like he's in a good place with WWE, and he said like, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but this feels like maybe the first or one of the first times they've allowed one of their wrestlers onto like an indie show. And he said, you know, I'm fully aware of like how special that is, and it is true. I mean, we probably could find examples. I don't know if we would class Noah as an indie show, but like we did send Shinsuke there to compete against the Great Muta. We did send Charlie Dempsey over to All Japan earlier this year, where he was called the ace of NXT. So definitely we are seeing WWE starting to branch out a little bit more, but he's not wrong. This is still one of the first examples of it, and it is very exciting. So yeah, he was really putting over his pleasure, if you will, of that kind of coming together. Then Nick Khan spoke about Vince. He said that the allegations are horrific, right? So he said, I don't know about killed, but it certainly wouldn't have helped the deal. Those allegations are obviously horrific and serious, and we take them and interpret them the same way any other reasonable person or organization would interpret them. You saw the quick resignation. It's so shocking that the current top guy is talking this way about the previous top guy, and that previous top guy is Vince McMahon. It's like, what a wild few years this has been. And they ask him, is Vince involved in any way in WWE still? And he's like, no, zero, nothing. They really are making sure you know that there is no relationship there anymore. So yeah, thought you'd find that interesting. Right, Vin says, who is vindictive? This is a walk. Becky Lynch said that the options for SummerSlam 2021 were, 1, what ended up happening with Bianca. You might remember this is when Becky came back and we got that squash match and Bianca was really upset about it, right? 2, interfering in the Raw Women's Championship triple threat and costing Charlotte the match, right? So Becky stated that once Sasha wasn't able to compete at SummerSlam, it was supposed to be Zelina and Carmella that took on Bianca. For some reason, WWE forgot to book Zelina, so it was just Carmella that was there for the match with Bianca. WWE then told Becky about it and the plan for her and Bianca. Becky said that she asked Carmella if she knew what the plans were for the segment, and they told her that they wanted to keep it a secret and that Carmella would find out right before the match. Becky said she adores and respects Carmella, so she gave her a heads up so that she wasn't blindsided. Becky said she felt guilty that her return put Carmella in that position. It was a real weird situation. Like, we were meant to get Sasha Bianca. We didn't. And then Carmella came out. And then I'm trying to remember. I think there was a little quick match. But then Becky came out. She ends up winning the title. And it's madness. The whole thing is just madness. It's no surprise to learn that this thing, there was secrets. And it was, what are they doing? What is this mess? So that's just wild, right? And this person said Becky is real for this. More importantly, why would WWE do Mella like that and just not tell her beforehand instead of blindsiding her? Right? Which is a good question. And Carmella responded. She said, great question. They didn't tell me until 20 seconds before my music hit. I'm so grateful that Becky gave me the heads up. So Carmella went out there and didn't know the plan until 20 seconds before her music hit. But thankfully, Becky already knew what was going to happen, and she told Carmella in advance. And Carmella's like, I'm so grateful that she did that. What a flipping mess. What an absolute mess. I mean, it's staggering. Staggering. So that's where we've been. That's where WWE have been. Down some dark roads. Right, a lot in here, an awful lot. It's all the Cody stuff. What I'll say is we're gonna whiz through this because Cody did an interview with the MMA Hour, and I don't really want to spend ages on this. We'll just pick out kind of key bits as we go through, because if you want to watch the interview, it's good. It's not as explosive as CM Punk's, but it's still well worth the watch, right? So Cody just said that when he was getting removed from the main event, he thought to himself that he would still find a way of getting back into it. He still believed, he still in his heart thought, I will find a way of getting back into it. He said that Brandy will be a part of WrestleMania. She might not feature, like physically, but she will be there. And he said it's going to mean a lot to him. He really put over how upset he was about how she was treated, I think, towards the end of her time in AEW or after they had left. Don't know what that's in relation to. Don't know what he's referring to, but he was quite upset about something. He said that Gunther is the type of wrestler that he wants to wrestle. He said Gunther against Sami and Rhea Becky are the two matches that have really caught his eye. So he also confirmed his mom is going to be at attendance at WrestleMania. Kenny, for your thoughts, said this is going to be Mama Rhodes to The Rock. So Mama Rhodes is going to be there, right? He said, this is staggering. He said he found out he would be losing in the ring in the moment that Roman hit the spear and the 1, 2, 3. I don't know that I believe that. That might be Cody working, just like not wanting to give too many secrets away. But he said he found out he was losing the match when he lost the match, right? I don't know if the ref maybe said stay down. Communication from the back, take the 3. And that might, but here Boulder said, look at their faces. There's no way he didn't know here. And there's a clip here earlier in WrestleMania where he just looks gutted. He looks absolutely gutted. So I don't know about this. I don't know, but if true, it's fascinating. He speaks about the little girl that thought he had died as well. And he says, like, yeah, I just wanted to know I'm okay. And she saw it and she's like, thank you, Cody. Thank you, Cody. So it's a lovely little moment. John said she has her best friend back. So John, shout out to you. I really like this from a Kenny for your thoughts. Said when Cody was on the MMA Hour last year, he played darts and he lost. And then he lost at WrestleMania. He won the darts game this time. So he's probably still going to lose. But that's fun, isn't it? He's a man of the people. So, yeah, this is him saying, I'm going to find my way back there, you know. And he said, thankfully, literally millions of people made it so that I did get back there. Oh, so good. He said he's proud of what they achieved in AEW. He said that he's got a different assessment of AEW than what CM Punk had come out with. So he wasn't throwing Punk under the bus. He certainly wasn't throwing AEW under the bus. He was just saying that he doesn't share that opinion. Mama Rhodes is going to be in attendance. There she is. Mama, you might not have seen Mama Rhodes. Mama Rhodes. There she is. We're in what we call the Renaissance era. So apparently that's what we're calling it. The Renaissance era. If I don't finish the story, then I might as well go over to commentary at that point. If I lose again, I feel like I'm going to lose their faith. Big words, innit? He's got to win. If he doesn't do it this time, he feels like he might lose the fans. And he said the final boss, he said this new thing that we've seen, it reminds me a lot of Hollywood Hogan. Cody Rhodes has brought himself and Seth Rolexes that has got 40 on the front to commemorate WrestleMania 40. So lovely little gift that he said he was so excited to give to Seth. He said, we might not like each other or even hate each other at times, but we will always have this moment. He's such a nice guy, isn't he? And apparently, he got some advice from John Cena, and Cena said, be the champ without the belts. Don't wait till you've got the belt to be the champion. Be the champion without the belts. It's good, isn't it? Really good. So, lots of interesting stuff there from the Cody interview. Right, something else that was interesting was WWE Speed. So, thoughts on this was we did a watch-along. Turned out that the show wasn't really a show. There was no entrances. You go straight into the match, like the bell sounds. They're already in the ring. It's like 3 minutes long. You find out what the match is going to be next week. They show you a graphic because it's a tournament, right? Knockout tournament. They show you that graphic, and that's it. I mean, the whole thing was like 4 minutes long. And we were, honestly, we were joking, having a laugh like, I can't believe we've done a stream for a 4-minute clip, right? But it was, I thought, fun. I thought the Ricochet match was really fun. Ricochet against Dragon Lee, definitely worth a watch. And then we ended the stream, and then they dropped another match. So there was Bronson Reed against Cedric Alexander, and we got another match, and that, again, exactly the same. No entrances, 3-minute time limit. I've seen a mixed opinions on it. People are saying, I don't know how I feel, because if someone beats someone in 3 minutes, how am I meant to watch a 20-minute match? Why is it taking them so long? But what I would say is the pace is so quick. It's like a 20-minute match, like sped up. It's like a 20-minute match on like 5x speed. But not only that, they're having to take more risks because they're going quicker and they're not thinking so much about defense. It's just all offense because they've got to get the win in 3 minutes. So I can sort of go with it. It's not ruining my enjoyment of longer matches or anything like that, or at least I don't think it will. I enjoyed what we got. I'm just not sure about dropping a match and then here's another match. And I think I'd rather just do a 10-minute show, do 2 matches, both being 3 minutes long. You can fill the other few minutes with here's the graphic of where we are, or, you know, here's a quick interview, or I don't know, whatever. You can fill 10 minutes, right? 2 matches and some other bits in 10 minutes is crazy. So I'd rather that they just drop that once a week rather than these matches whenever. But no, it was good. I thought it was worth a watch. So Samantha Irvin said King Ricochet. Speed is here. Ricochet against Dragon Lee. JD McDonagh is excited. He'll be taking on Axiom next week. Big Bronson Reed said Reed is Speed. And there is Axiom next week. We meet again. Axiom against JD McDonagh. So there should be 2 matches next week. Don't know as to what they're going to be, but we should have 2 matches next week. We know Axiom JD will be 1. Right, grapple clips. Let's look at this, shall we? Look at this. Oh, mates. Let's have another look. Ah, moody. I was going to put that. I didn't know where to put that. I've put it in fun because I think is okay. But Jax, thank you. 90s WWE said legends. Here's Nirvana. But instead, it's got a Raw graphic. It says Mick Foley and the Hardy Boys, which I really loved. There's Matt Hardy. There's Jeff Hardy. And it does make sense when you think about it. I look at that and go, yeah, you're right. That is Mick Foley with the Hardy Boys. So love that. Right, this is fun. When a pro wrestler gets into a real world fight, right? So here, look, this dude comes along, steals the purse, runs away. So she's trying to get them to stop. He bumps into Hulk Hogan. I don't know where this is from.
You're in trouble.
You're in trouble. So he's going to deal with this guy. Ah, boom. And the dude's like, hang on, that didn't hurt. I'm okay. And Hogan's like, drops the leg. It doesn't land on him. And he's like, what's going on? I'm all right. Finish. Look at it. I did it, guys. I did it. And this dude's like, I'm absolutely fine. He's getting away with my purse. So good. So good. I don't know what that's advertising, but Triple H's thoughts. Excellent. Right, this is pretty fun.
Ladies, walk up to your man right now and say, "What's up, brother?" With the finger up. Trust.
What's up, brother?
I'm not doing this. I'm not doing TikTok.
That was it. Go up to your man and go, "What's up, brother? Trust. I mean, I don't know what meant to happen there, right? I'd be confused personally. But I do love that Michin tried it on Shayna Baszler, and Shayna Baszler's just not having it, man. Not having it. Here's R-Truth describing how messy his cheesesteak looked. Right?
Still good. It was the first one.
Oh man, what happened?
How did you you described like what you described with your body, like what it felt?
Oh, the first one was sprawled out.
Yeah. How
The first one was like this.
that's the first cheesesteak.
That's the first cheesesteak. All over the paper, over everybody, falling all over our hands and everything like that.
So that's R-Truth using his body to explain what his cheesesteak was like. Oh, this was wild, man. Chelsea Green said, "Man, one night you're wrestling at the Barclays Center, having the time of your life, and the next you're being kicked out of Fairmont Hotels and accused of being an escort because of your outfits. Life is funny. Maybe next year I won't celebrate WrestleMania weekend at the Plaza." She got kicked out for looking like an escort. I put it in funny, not for that, but because Matt Cardona said, "You're forever my hosky." I mean, I doubt she could have laughed at it at the time, but hopefully she can, like, one day look back and laugh at it. So here's Piper Niven excited about going to Primark, which I didn't expect to see. Primark is like a pretty cheap place. It's where I shop, right? I mean, you can get clothes for next to nothing there, like dirt cheap. And here's Piper Niven, like a proper main roster WWE superstar, getting all teary-eyed and excited about seeing a Primark. So I just thought that was pretty fun. Oh my God, this is amazing. This is amazing. Look at this. Look at this. Right? Stephanie says, "Happy holidays from the McMahons." Right? So there's Steph. Right? Over here, there's Steph on the right, and there's Shane on the left. Yeah? Brother and sister. Happy holidays from the McMahons. Ted DiBiase, $1 Million Man, said, "Merry Christmas. Two handsome young men there." That's Steph. That's Steph. Oh my God. What are you doing, $1 Million Man? Two handsome young men there. Because you know that he's tried to be nice. You know that he's tried to come out with something positive there, and he's like trying to be complimentary, and he's just completely misread the room. Oh, God bless him. Oh, look at this as well. This is brilliant. So, Nail, so, shout out to you. So here is Iyo. She says, Otis, yes. And Otis is like, "You will win at WrestleMania, Leo." Because if you heard yesterday, Otis revealed that he's been calling Iyo Leo. He thought that's how it was pronounced. He's been getting it wrong this whole time. It's brilliant, isn't it? So, fisticuffs, thank you for that. Alan Cheapshot said, "This is the most Becky Lynch thing ever. Look at this. This is so cute." Pop. Oh, God bless. Isn't that the best? And here, look, Kevin said, "This photo of AJ Styles on the WWE World page cracks me up. It's like he's on a romance novel cover. Hey, baby, I'd like to clash your styles." It is, isn't it? We've got a minute So we're not going to get a chance to get through all of this. It's going to have to carry over, but we've already spoke about that one. So just Dave now, thank you. List of words here that were banned on commentary in 2015. So if you want to have a look at those, I'll leave it on screen. You can have a look and have a read down of all the words that were banned. But honestly, you should be following Alan Cheapshot. So good, so worth a follow. So Alex, thank you. People will find that interesting. And Sami Zayn has announced he's going to do a live comedy show as part of Netflix is a joke festival in LA. Tickets go on sale on Friday, right? And he's doing a stand-up thing on May the 11th. I thought, is this April Fool's or something? But it's not. He's doing stand-up. How random is that? Oh my God, this is amazing, says Carmella. And Bayley said, can we go together? So she needs a friend, doesn't she? And that's it. We're going to have to leave it there for now. Thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow for another Unseen.